Marnus, how do you sum up that result?
It's a tough one to swallow. Haven't really had too much time to digest it all because obviously got out there at the end. It certainly felt like conditions were nipping around. It was quite steep bounce out there, and we probably saw right at the back end there. The dew really came in, and it probably played a part, but we didn't have any batters left. So yeah, in summation, just lost too many wickets early.
Can you? What was sort of the umpires explaining to you and Marcus after that decision was ruled out with the caught behind?
Look, the umpires really didn't know what was going on. They just saw what we saw, so it wasn't really too much going on. I mean, for me, it looked like, and I was on field, I can't see, but it looked like his hand was off the bat, it hit the glove, and so because they didn't go to the side-on angle, Marcus and I were just asking, like, have they checked? Because they just saw the spike from the front on, and they didn't sort of get a close-up zoom in of the side. Well, sorry, not one that we had, and that just looked, it looked like there was clear daylight between the two gloves and the handle. But once again, I have been into the third umpire room, and the screens are big and everything's much clearer than me standing in the middle looking at a pretty pixelated screen.
Rabada and Ngedi looked like a particular handful tonight. What did they do so well, and why were they so effective tonight?
The conditions. One, that they bowled a nice length, a length that was tough for scoring. And the ball just sort of did the talking for them. They just bowled a terrific length. The ball was swinging, the ball was seaming. I'm not sure what the numbers were for that, but it certainly felt like it was doing more tonight than it did, in the morning for us. In the afternoon for us.
Marnus, with the Steve Smith dismissal as well, when the camera was zoomed onto your face and you looked more shocked than anyone else, like, just what was your take on that? Steve took quite a long time to leave as well after that.
I see what everyone else sees on the screen there. I was looking at the screen, and I actually said to Joel, good decision, because it's from front on, it just looked like it was going down leg straight away. And Steve was like, oh, what do you think? I was like, nah, I don't think it's close. I felt like the angle was pushing down leg, and he usually plays that sort of shot where he leaves his leg out. He doesn't cross over like, most normal batters. He leaves his leg out of the way. So his leg's always, maybe it's hit him on leg stump and then drifting down. But for the ball to, I haven't seen the final footage, but if it looked like it must have hit him on leg and then almost straightened onto the stumps. Yeah, it just wasn't what it felt like out there. But once again, I can't argue with technology. Or not right now.
Yeah, we'll wait for it. Just a lot of dropped catches, and the fielding was a little sloppy, Marnus. Is it just, there's already talk that maybe you guys have played too much cricket leading into this World Cup, or can you just sum it up, like what was going on out there?
I can't speak for each individual on how much cricket we've played. We certainly have played a lot, but I'm not here to sit and make excuses. We're playing a World Cup for Australia. We have to be ready. We have to be better than that. It's hard to put your finger on it. We're one of the best fielding sides in the world. We pride ourselves on that. And, we just didn't seem to get it right today. We created opportunities and just didn't take them, and it just wasn't a great performance from us, but we have to bounce back and get this train rolling.
Marnus, when you went into the rooms there after you went out, what was the mood like, given the nature of such a heavy defeat?
I wasn't really taking too much notice of the mood. I was fuming that I got out. People are down, but we also know we got a job, right? We can be disappointed about this performance. We can be disappointed about lots of things, how we played, but the reality is, you can't sit and sook in the change rooms. We've got to take action, and we've got to get our tournament underway. And in 3 days' time, we got Sri Lanka here, and I don't know how it's my first World Cup, but I don't know how the the point system work, but we're going to need to win every game from here, I assume, or at least very, very close to get into that 4. But once again, it's the reason Australia's won the World Cup, I think, 5 times, is because, well, we play well under pressure, and we haven't started well, but this is the beginning, not the end.
Does it shake your confidence at all that the team has what it takes to compete against these top sides?
Well, I'd consider us one of the top sides, and it's disappointing that we haven't competed in the last 2 games. But yeah, we just got to make sure we're learning from the scenarios. I mean, we face probably 2 polar opposite extremes. Heavy spin conditions against probably 3 of the best, 2 of the best spinners India's probably ever produced, and then probably one of the best white ball spinners, and then here against the seaming swing ball against a team that's also very good in those conditions. So we've got to get better, and we've got to make sure that we come back stronger for the next fixture.
Marnus, just back to the Marcus dismissal. It looked like there was quite a bit of chat with the South Africans on the field at the time as well. Were they also a bit surprised and maybe didn't know what was going on, or what was the reaction there?
Yeah, I mean, I think people would have seen, everyone saw the same thing out there. I'm not sure what they were thinking. I think there was some talk, maybe it hit the handle of the bat, or I don't know what they were saying on the... But yeah, it was certainly confusing, and I'm sure we'll get clarity or going to seek for clarity, because, it's a World Cup, and, we don't want, small decisions that can be avoided to change the outcomes of games. Obviously, in the situation we're in, it's hard to say that it was going to change the outcome, but for the future, you certainly want to make sure we get them right.